I literally was going to record a different video before this. I was going to record a video about affiliate marketing. But then I realized that, girl, I'm not in the mood to talk about affiliate marketing today. So I'm gonna have to like write it further and outline it further so that I would be enticed to record that. But I looked into the list of the videos that I'm supposed to be recording, and I'm like, well, I already got my makeup on, my OOTD on, my lights on, and all that kind of stuff. So why don't I just like record another video that I would actually be excited about? And that is a video gear. So I am obsessed with video gears. I love high-end production quality videos, cameras, lighting, microphone, all that kind of stuff. But there are so many videos that are... So many videos. Videos? Imagine if I said, there are so many videos that are asking me... Videos are asking you questions? Like, really? Okay. All right. Okay, so there are so many people that are asking me, like, Demi, what is the camera that you're using? It looks super awesome, super cool, yada, yada, yada. And... we get this wrong all the freaking time, and I got it wrong the first time as well when I was starting to do my video marketing, YouTube channel, content marketing, whatever that is. We always think that it's in the camera. Why? Why do we do that? We always think that it's in the camera that we are using, and although that is like 30% true, there's like 70% that you still need to unlock in order to make really, really good videos. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. But first, you have to see my logo reveal. So, you know, I just gotta have you see my logo reveal because it's pretty cool. Is it not? Alrighty. This is like result of watching a lot of Bridgerton episodes. Okay, let's talk about video gear. Let's stop talking about Reggae Jean Page, who's like tall, dark, and handsome guy, and is like super, like, you know, like when you see that guy, it's just like, girl, I'm engaged. I gotta stop thinking about men. All right, so let's talk about video gear. My God, if my fiance is going to watch this video, I'm like dead. I'm like. It's awesome that he's not actually the jealous type, but... Alright, Jesus, let's proceed to video gear, gosh. Let's firstly talk about why so many people get it wrong the first time, wherein they like buy this very expensive camera. First things first, you guys, if you're going to say, I want to do YouTube, or I'm going to make a YouTube channel, please, you know, before you buy any type of gear, especially that these gears are not even cheap, can you please be sure that you're going to be doing videos for the next, at the very least, 2 years, right? Like at least commit to video production and creating videos and recording videos for the next 2 years before you even buy really expensive items. Because if you're just going to be like, yeah, I'm so inspired to like create a video, I'm going to go to this camera shop, gonna buy this expensive camera, and then the camera's just gonna sit there for the next 6 months. Like, that's not how you live your life and spend your money. Like, really. Don't even, just don't. Like, that's money. And, you know, you have to work hard for your money. It's not pretty cool. All right, so that's like the very first reminder right now, like right there, out of the way, because I know there are so many people that cannot even decide if they want to do videos or not. So before you even think about buying gears, please make sure that you're actually going to do videos for the next 2 to 5 years. The reason why I have this camera right here, that a lot of people are searching on Google and being like, oh my God, Debbie, it's so expensive of a camera. Girl, yes, because I will be producing videos until I die. I'm committed to this whole entire thing. I committed myself to creating videos for the next 5 years, and I'm not even kidding you. Like, literally, this is something that I want to do for the rest of my life. Okay? And the reason why I'm buying this camera is because I'm future-proofing myself, because this is really the career that I've chosen for myself. okay? And if you're not going to do the same thing, well, at least, you know, work with what you have. And speaking of working with what you have, the very first thing that you have to figure out when you are trying to build your YouTube channel, it's not even the camera, it's not even the profile picture, it's not even the YouTube cover art that I obsess on. I'm like changing YouTube cover arts for like every 2 months. Okay, it's actually ding 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 the audio. This deserves a round of applause. So many people think that it's the camera, like you have to buy DSLR and whatnot, but people can actually sit in an entire hour-long videos, even if the video is not even HD in quality. Like literally, it's a horrible quality camera, but as long as your audio is legit, then people are going to sit down and actually listen to you regardless how long that is. Of course, you have to make sure that your content is also like funny, even if your jokes are corny, you know, like you just ask your video editor to do some kind of like funny effects because to make people laugh, that is so sad. Right, so there's that. You have to ensure your audio the very first time you're going to be doing your video. So when it comes to audio, I have a couple of microphones in my list. So the very first one, the cheapest one that you can ever find, is the Boya microphone that you can buy in Lazada or Shopee or Amazon for 500 pesos, or what is that, $10? So it's very cheap actually. It's the last time that I checked on a Boya microphone, that was the price. That was like 500 pesos or $10, something around that. Okay, if you checked Lazada, Shopee, and Amazon, and it's a little bit higher, then that's not my fault because I recorded this video and, you know, like I'm just using stock knowledge, like literally. All right, after that, if you're using an iPhone for your camera, ladies and gentlemen, you will not be able to use Boya microphone right away. If you're using an Android with an audio jack, then lucky for you because you can already use that with no fuss, okay? It's pretty easy, but for iPhone users like me, you know, Steve Jobs makes it a little bit harder for us, and whoever that is, Tim Cook, you man, they just make it a little bit harder for us, and so you gotta buy that adapter that is a lightning bolt, and it will be converted, or it has like a tail that is for audio jack, and that's where you're going to put the Boya microphone too. And Boya microphone works both ways. You can put it in a camera, you can also put it in your cell phone. So regardless what camera you're going to be using, if it's a smartphone or a real DSLR camera, is there such a thing as a fake DSLR camera? Probably not, but you get what I mean. Like it works both ways, okay? Next, if you want to up your level a little bit and you're okay with showing your microphone in the screen, which apparently I am definitely not okay with that because I don't like it. I don't like to be like talking here and I have a camera like right here in front of me. That's just no. But if you're into that, if it's okay with you, if you feel more comfortable, if the camera is with you, you know, it's like you have something, you have an excuse to like hide yourself a little, you know, like if you like that kind of stuff and you're also planning to produce podcasts, then one of the things that I can also recommend, or one of the microphones that I've used in the past, is Samson Q2U. So I have two of the Samson Q2U. It's an XLR thing. Yeah, it's an XLR microphone, but it's pretty cool because you can also just buy a USB cord, or I think it comes with a USB cord, and you can just plug it in directly to your laptop. So what's going to happen is you have a camera, right? And then your camera has its very own audio, and then you record your audio with Samson Q2U separately. So in post-production, your editor, or if you're the one who's going to edit your videos, you have to sync it together. Okay, that's the only thing with that. Samson Q2U is what we're using in the podcast, The Heart of Selling. So I'm with my fiance on that one, and we both use Samson Q2U. If you want to make sure that it's a high quality microphone, you want to hear what it sounds like, we do use that one. And I think the last time I checked, Samson Q2U is worth 5,000 pesos or $100. And I don't know how expensive it is now. I think some people are buying it at 8K. So you can find it in Lazada, Shopee, or Amazon, right? That's one of the gears. And then the third gear in terms of audio that I extremely like, this is like one of the best things that I bought. And I wish that, I mean, I don't regret my microphone that I'm using right now. I love it so much, but I wish that I found out about this when I was starting out, and that is the Rode Wireless Go. So the Rode Wireless Go is just 2 squares. It's a very cute square in black and in white, and the other one is a receiver and the other one is a microphone. So it's wireless. It's something that you can put on your camera. And oh, by the way, guys, it's not going to work on phones, right? So if you have a phone, it's not going to work in your phone, but you can buy adapters. Again, I think it's called SC3, I think is the adapter. And then you can plug the SC3 to the receiver, the other square in the Rode Wireless Go, put that in your camera, or not even camera, but your laptop, and then you can start recording externally. So you can use your laptop to record that. Wireless Go is awesome because you would have a tiny mic that has really awesome audio, and you're just going to pin it on your shirt or whatever that is, right? I have one pair of Rode Wireless Go, but I don't use it as is. What I do is I have smartLav Plus. So smartLav Plus is a lavalier mic that I plug into the Wireless Go so that I have the receiver on my camera, and then I also have the Wireless Go in my pocket. And then the one that's going to show is just that tiny black thing for the lav mic. And if you're very much interested also in like really upping your gear, and guys, again, this is not a requirement, this is what I use, but it's not really a requirement, you know, like if you, it's up to you if you want to like level up your video something. If that's something that you really want to do for the rest of your life, like what I said earlier, like this is something that I want to do for the rest of my life. And that's why I really invested in really good items. I have here with me the Rode NTG3. So the Rode NTG3 is one of the best microphones of Rode. It's not actually cheap, but you know, like what I said, if you're very much invested in creating videos for the next 5 years, then you probably might want to buy this. It's super awesome. I love this thing. I choose to record externally. And with this one, it's not a USB type. You can't just randomly plug it into your laptop. You have to have a XLR recorder, which... Hang on a second. Oh my god. I have 2 XLR recorders. I have one that is plugging. God, I'm just going to shoot like a B-roll on this because it's like right here and I can't even show you. But this is one of the ones out there that is cheap. This is H4N Pro. This is for 15K, I think. The reason why I bought this, even if I already have like my external XLR, whatever that is there, is because I'm going to use this for on-the-go recordings. Like if I want to go out in the garden, record some stuff, I can just bring with me my Rode and my XLR recorder or handy recorder, H4N Pro, and then I would be able to record whatever it is that I want to record. Okay, so that's the only thing with these type of microphones with XLR mics is that it's not really USB except the Samson Q2U, and you also have to add more stuff to it, like the recorder and this thing. I don't even know what this is called, but you know, I have my A10 mini and that's what I use. Right, so there's that for audio. Let's go to the lights. So we're not even going to be talking about the camera yet because that is like the last thing that you want to upgrade. Second one is the lights. I have super cheap lights, excuse me, which is the more that I use it, the more I realize that it's not actually the one that I really wanted. And I bought this thing because I did not know what lights to buy. So before I learned about filmography and cinematography, I actually did not know what lights to buy. So I just randomly bought lights on Amazon, and I'm like regretting it. Not regretting, but I regretted it because, you know, you can just actually find these guys on Shopee. You just gotta search LED panel lights or videography lights. And these lights actually look like this. It's like more of like square, right? And then these panel lights are actually cheap. Like there are ones that are for 600. There are ones that are just pocket size and it's still super bright. The only thing you have to consider when you are buying a light is that the CRI of the light is close to 100. The closer the number of that light's CRI to 100, the closer it is to daylight when it comes to color. Okay, so remember, whatever lights you're buying, just make sure that the CRI is close to 95, 96, 97, 98, or 100. It's very rare to find a light that is CRI 100, but I'm pretty sure there are so many lights out there that are 90 above, and that's what you want to use because it looks like it's a natural light. It's not too fake. It's not like a ceiling light, right? So there's that one thing that you have to consider. There are so many items on Shopee. One thing that I would recommend is Andoer lights. It's cheap and it's affordable, but I'm not sure about the durability because I haven't used them myself. The one that I have here with me is Neewer lights. Neewer is also affordable, but it's not actually available in the Philippines. It's something that you can buy on Amazon, and it takes forever to ship because Neewer uses lithium batteries, and with lithium batteries you can't actually put that on a plane. You are supposed to be using sea freight for lights like these because the battery, you know, like it's just protocol. Alrighty, so there's that with lights. There are also other alternatives on Lazada and Shopee and Amazon that are just a little bit cheaper, but you know, the main thing here is that you have to have at least 2 lights, one for the key light, one for the backlight. That's just the most important thing. So my backlight is over here and it adds like a little bit of, you know, that specific light right here that you can see, so that it would add a little bit more depth to this specific video. I can go on and talk about lights in here, but I'm not the right person to be asked in terms of this one. You can just go to YouTube and look into Parker Walbeck. A lot of his lighting videos are actually pretty good. There's another one, this guy, Epic Media is another one. Peter Mckinnon is another one who's really good at lights and videography and stuff. If you want to learn more about lighting and how you can set up a studio like this and increase your video quality just with the lighting, because we're not even going to talk about cameras yet, you can search those people. Okay, so let's go to cameras right now. One thing that I want you to know is that if you're watching this video on a mobile phone, most likely you already have the answer to your question. You can definitely shoot with your mobile phone, right? There's nothing wrong with it. If you want a stabilizer, if you want a stabilizer because you are shooting videos on the go, which is something that I don't really need because I just do talking head videos and I just sit down like this right here, right? With that, if you're going to do on-the-go videos, like I said, you can use, the very least, is a selfie stick. The next one would be a GorillaPod, and then you can also upgrade to a crane or a gimbal system or Ronin S. I love Ronin. I wish I need that kind of stuff, because I would buy it. I love Ronin S. Like, I know so many videographers that are using Ronin S, and it's just so cool. Like, when you're going to see how it works, the gimbal system in Ronin is just pretty legit, you know. Anyway, so there's that if you are going to do on-the-go videos. But if you're just going to do, you know, sit-down videos like this, talking head videos is what we call them, you can just simply have a tripod or a GorillaPod for your phone or for your camera. Okay, that's one of the things before we talk about cameras per se. My very first camera, by the way, is Canon EOS M50, and it's a camera that is worth, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's like $600 or $30K, somewhere around that price range. And the reason why I was able to shoot like really awesome videos on that one was because I invested in a little bit more expensive lens. So the thing with cameras is it's not really the camera in itself, it's more likely like the lens. So if you invest in a really good lens, then voila, like you have the answers to your questions. And how would you know if you have invested in the right lens or in a really awesome lens? You just have to consider f-stops. So f-stops is what we call aperture. The lower the aperture, the more bokeh the background is, the more blurry the background is, and that would separate your subject from the background, which is pretty cool, right? So it allows the human eye to disintegrate the subject to whatever is happening in the background. And totally, you know, like me, guys, I don't need to spend a lot of time setting up my background, because even if there are a lot of things in my bed right now, this is not really my bed, my master's bedroom, but this is like an extra bed in a spare room. I think this is my office. And then if I don't do a lot of cleaning in that very bed right there, or if my books in here are not even that arranged, you can't even see it because it's blurred, right? So it's pretty cool. Just make sure that you are buying lenses with lower f-stops. There are lower f-stops at 1.4 or f1.8. The one that I have right now is f1.8. It's a G Master lens. And then you can also have Sigma lenses for Canon EOS M50. Sigma lenses are pretty awesome, pretty legit. The one that I have previously was a Sigma 1.4 lens. And fair warning, when you're choosing lenses, or when you are, let's say, buying lenses and they have lower f-stops, they're actually more expensive because of that bokeh effect. And apparently the manufacturers of cameras know exactly that. So how about f-stops that are higher? There are f-stops at f4 or, oh baby, f5. f5.6 is the highest that I have seen so far. And what that means is that that's a lens that is perfect for landscape because it focuses everything that you're going to be seeing on the camera. So if you want to have awesome talking head videos like this, choose a lower f-stop, but again, it's a little bit more expensive, okay? So Canon EOS M50 is a really good DSLR camera, and then you can just have Sigma lenses on that one. It's not necessary for you to buy Canon lenses because Canon lenses are a little bit expensive, but Sigma is a little bit cheaper, so I would go for Sigma. And then the one that I have right now is Sony A7S III. It's the newest line in Sony as we speak, and it's not freaking cheap. Like, I almost did not buy this because I didn't want to spend that kind of money for my videos, but I ended up buying it because I told myself that this is going to light a fire up my ass, like literally. So I bought this and I told myself that I'm going to commit to videos for the next 10, 15 years anyway, so might as well buy this so I can future-proof myself. I can record in 4K, and then the quality of the camera that I'm using is not going to fade for the next 6 years, right? So there's that. Hi, Freya! Freya, love! Come here! Come here! What are you doing? Hi! Hi! Okay, so there's that. Those are the main 3 things that you need to consider when we're talking about video gears. So audio and then camera. No, not even camera. Audio and then lights and then lenses, and the last one is the body of the camera, right? So I hope this video is helpful for you. Sorry that it got longer than it should, because you know I can ramble and go on tangents, but you know I love this kind of stuff. I was going to be recording affiliate marketing videos, but I'm like, girl, not even the mood. So there's that, you guys. If you wanted to be knowledgeable, if you want to be knowledgeable about digital marketing and like videos and all that kind of stuff, if you want to see my cat, if you want to see my weirdness and like laugh at my corny jokes, you know, all you have to do is like and subscribe, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye.